Like David Letterman and Jay Leno in high regard.
To comedy.
I kind of like...
No, only David Letterman. Jay Leno sucks a dick.
Okay.
Only David Letterman.
Yeah, Leno was terrible.
So, I mean, I kind of like Fallon, though.
No, Fallon's all right. I didn't like him as an actor.
Fallon is
I like him as a
Here's
host.
the problem.
No, I'm a guy that's never watched late night. But watching what he does on, like, YouTubes and things, like, that is enjoyable. I do like those bits.
That's the point. If you accept it, like, okay, if you accept Fallon as not a comedic host, if you accept Fallon as a fun host,
he's a bit guy.
It's just supposed to be a fun show.
He's an improv
He does not
guy.
do comedy. He actually shits on comedy. He actually makes comedy dumber and less intellectual by going like, I'm going to play Guess Who with Katy Perry tonight.
He's for
That's
people that
not
want to watch
comedy.
mindless television. They want to shut their brain off.
Correct.
They
He's
want
a
to
late
tap
night
into
host.
they want to tap into the idiot box and just relax and unwind.
Hear about a movie.
Get tired.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're right.
He
You're right.
serves a
He's
purpose.
heroin.
Yeah.
He's not good for you,
No.
but it feels good when you're doing it. But it will
His bits,
kill you.
some of his bits are pretty fun.
It's mindless television, but it is pretty fun.
But see,
Watching
like
Metallica
Letterman,
play like Inner Sandman though with kazoos, that's a pretty good bit.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That was good.
that's not a good. No, don't fucking. If they did
It
that,
sounds
don't,
good,
please tell
dude.
me that. didn't
JC,
happen.
It's a fun like alternate version. I'd rip it and listen to it.
Yeah,
Please
you
tell me
dig it.
Metallica.
You dig it.
Just please tell me Metallica did not go on Fallon and play kazoos.
They did.
Did that really happen?
Think so.
Well, no. Well,
Fucking-
they played like Fallon played a kazoo,
God damn it!
and they played like bongos and like a little
It was
ukulele.
like an alternate.
JC, you dig it.
They did. There was the classroom instruments bit, wasn't it? They were doing classroom instruments. It was fucking Metallica. Really did that.
Is there a recorder involved?
It was good.
Fucking shit.
I think Kirk Hammett did have.
All
a
you're gonna
recorder.
do is fucking.
Oh, no.
All you're gonna do is fucking. Oh my fucking god! Kirk Hammett played the recorder.
I'm pretty sure he did.
God damn it! Like
He
I don't
would.
know how you don't.
He would.
get-
He's so
He's the
namaste.
solo guy.
Yeah.
Man. The
He's the
recorder
peace
is.
man.
That is fucking.
He's the peace man.
But to the all I argue is this, because I will shit on Kiss every day for fucking hiring a guitar tech and putting Ace Frehley's makeup on him and pretending like they're anything other than a merch selling tool now. Which all they are is
I'm
like
glad you've
Kiss
been awoken.
caskets, Kiss
You
condoms.
just got woke.
Fucking-
You're woke as fuck.
Golly.
I'm woke as fuck with modern Kiss. I am woke as fuck because I will shit on the band I loved all day long, and I'll go from
The other day, he couldn't stop defending
Yeah, get woke.
because I
bro.
didn't get it.
Get woke.
And now,
No, I will defend Kiss. No, from 1974 to 1982, I will defend Kiss all day long. Post Lick It Up, Kiss. I say they fucking shit on their legacy. And I'm angry at Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons. And if either one of them died of throat cancer tomorrow, I'd go, who gives a fuck? I wouldn't feel that way about Peter Criss or Ace Frehley because they never sold out.
JC's
Now,
wokeness is through the roof.
dude, so woke.
AC/DC
flat
has never
earther
sold
woke.
out.
For sure.
I'm woke. I'm fucking woke. But what I don't get is like, I'll shit on my band. I'll shit on my boys. But when I would think if you're a Metallica fan and you see Kirk Hammett playing the kazoo, somewhere inside of you, you go, fuck these guys. What happened to my fucking
I mean, they all
Ride
can't
the
be
Lightning motherfucker?
methed out Lemmy, you know? Like rocking.
They should all be Lemmy. Lemmy's a fucking never change. Lemmy is fucking rock god concentrate. He's that shit you put in your freezer when you want to make orange juice, but you only have $1, so you buy that shit from the freezer store. That's fucking Lemmy. He's that rock. He's rock concentrate.
We were just talking about that
I
frozen
get
mix
like
earlier.
Pure methamphetamine.
If you were to fucking open that orange drink out of the freezer and like shove it down your throat, it wouldn't taste as good because it's orange juice concentrate. But you also know that's the most pure orange juice you're gonna get ever, motherfucker. That's Lemmy. It's not the greatest thing, but it's pure, unadulterated rock. He never sold out. He was never a piece of shit. He never did the square
he was
watermelon
weirdly
like
into
Axl
Hitler.
Rose.
Just to, so that.
I'm not going to defend that. I'm just going to defend that he was fucking rock and roll.
Oh, he was.
motherfucker.
No, he was. I'm not
and
disagreeing.
I don't get why.
I'm just adding to the conversation.
Why won't you shit on fucking Metallica?
I'm not shitting
for
on
this kazoo bullshit.
Because, like, I kind of enjoy it. It's like a weird, authentic MTV Unplugged.
It's not
but done with like
fucking
kazoos.
Authentic.
This is MTV Unplugged for the internet.
It's not.
I've never
it's
in
not
my life
authentic
not hearing
anymore.
that. I was like,
anymore.
Wait, how many times can you play that damn song and still feel what it means?
Oh, dude, I can still get down. I can still get down to some old Metallica.
and still feel
Exactly.
Do you think you could play it every night for like the last 40 years and still like have the passion and not just go like
that is the life that you chose.
That's why they made
the life
Anger,
you chose.
That's one of the few bands that I would choose if I had
Let's play some kazoos, and this will be good for the band because we're in the news and we'll be on the internet.
All right,
fun.
Here's the truth: Metallica is the new Beatles. So for anybody that grew up or the Rolling Stones,
they're the new Rolling
anybody grew up in the '60s anybody grew in the '60s and '70s, they will still go to a Rolling Stones concert. And they'll pay $500 to see them live, and they'll think it's the greatest thing. Play all the hits. I love it. It's fucking amazing. That's Metallica now to our generation.
Yeah. Except they don't play all the hits. They play new shit.
Well, that's because they fucking suck. The fucking at least Paul McCartney knows to do Hey Jude.
Fired up.
Okay? Paul McCartney knows to do fucking Hey Jude. But Metallica's like, here's our new album. We're going to do it back to back.
You see how dead Paul McCartney is in the eyes?
JC.
That's because he's played Hey Jude 15 times and tried to cry every time. There's a lot of pushing on your eyeballs.
Hey, Trev.
I don't give a fuck. I look into Paul McCartney's dead eyes and I think, sing that Hey Jude one more time, you son of a bitch.
Hey, dance, monkey dance.
What fucker?
Ring your little bells. Entertain me.
JC, every time.
I wish if I had seen. Yeah, go ahead.
JC, every time we hang out, dude, we always spend 30 minutes of you trying to convince us why Metallica sucks. Every time, dude.
I don't know why you won't shit on him. I don't know why you, because I will shit on Kiss, who I love, and I don't feel like you guys properly.
No, I do. I shit on them reasonably.
Shit on Metallica,
but I just can't discredit what they created before. I'll absolutely shit on what they do currently, or in what they've done.
You cannot take away like. Everything before, I would even say argue. A lot of people shit on the Black Album. I would argue, I would even go as late as like Load and Prior.
Yeah,
was fucking amazing.
Which one has the
Load and Prior was fucking amazing.
Load was garbage. Almost as much as Saint Anger.
I liked Load. There's like 4 good songs.
I thought Load was good.
There's about 4.
I
there's
cut
20 songs on the fucking
I cut it off at the Black Album. That's where it's that was the last great album.
Cut it off at That's fine. If you cut it off of the Black Album, that's totally acceptable. I think the next one after that was Load, so I go one more. But even if you cut it off of the Black Album, and you go everything prior to that and them, unbelievable run. Any band would kill to have a run like that.
Right.
Now, I feel like whatever it is, like when they're on Jimmy Fallon with their classroom instruments, there's something inside of me, because I will never take away what they did in the fucking 80s all the way up to the Black Album. And the Black Album, which I have run into Metallica fans who shit on that album, which I don't get.
Right.
I don't understand shitting on that album. That album was fucking perfection.
It is.
But
bit commercial for what they were before.
For sure. Yeah, but it was still great.
Perfection. That fucking album was one of the best. I see them on Fallon and I go, I wish James Hetfield right now would have a pyrotechnic blow up in his face. That's what I think when I see it on Jimmy Fallon. I wish there would be a firework fucking launch into his eyeball when he's playing the kazoo. Because I go, that would be better than what I'm watching right now.
Every time he bashes Metallica, it's always because they're doing something that they didn't do in like 1985.
So do you wish for the same side of his face to be burned, or do you want the opposite side of his face to be burned?
I burn both sides, so he looks like Freddy fuck Krueger. Okay,
I want him to look
like
so you're getting
Freddy
a burn and a reburn. That's tough, dude.
It's like load and reload. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm supportive of that. No, I don't like the idea of an evolving. A lot of people say that. They argue like, well, artists have to evolve. They have to fucking be different. They can't be the same. I say no. Because there's one, and I'm going to get shit on now. I'm going to get shit on, but it's true.
There goes Megadeth.
No, not Megadeth.
No, okay.
AC/DC. They never fucking ever changed a lick, right? They had a song literally called Play Ball, where they sing about baseball, okay? It was called Play Ball, and yet fucking that song sounded like it came off an album in 1974.
They have over 20 songs with the word rock in the title of the song.
That's fucking as cool as it gets.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking rock and roll. As a matter of fact, they never cashed in. They just never changed.
Yeah.
They never changed. They fucking didn't stop. By the way, they had a very long period in the 80s, which is arguably their dark period between the Black Album and the Razor's Edge, where they had about 8 different albums where they still did the same shit they were always doing. No one gave a shit. But for some reason, they just kept doing it over and over like a grind. They put out Razor's Edge, and then people were like, you know what? I like them again. They didn't change shit, but people were like, Thunderstruck sounds cool. So fuck it. I like AC/DC again.
Haven't they released more albums than any band ever?
I don't know. I just feel like they're the.
That's a record. I definitely will try to attempt to
verify that.
We'll take that record away.
Oh,
just
okay.
I feel like they're the most.
Yeah, I want to say they have over 20 albums.
That's not the part. I'm like, I didn't know that was a record you could beat. I will start putting out like 40-second 2-track albums.
I want to say they have over 20 albums.
See,
we need to look that up.
That would be interesting too.
All I'm saying is, like, from a rock standpoint, they're the most representative of what I expect out of my rock band. They never changed. They always stayed true to who they were, and they fucking rocked their asses off for fucking 4 decades.
They perfected their craft, and they just rolled with it.
Bon Scott died from puking into his own mouth with vomit, and they recorded a tribute song to him as an alcoholic called Have a Drink on Me. That was their fucking, our buddy Bon died.
I love that song.
It's a fucking great song. That was their tribute to their dead buddy. He died of alcoholism, and they said, like, have one more. Hey, Bon, we know you have a fucking problem, and you died of alcoholism. Please go to heaven and have more beer. That's what they said.
You're going to leave me hanging if you don't do the guitar at least one more time.
My bad, Serial.
Bon Scott also, he was so rock and roll, he fucking fucked a sheep. That's so fucking rock and roll. He fucked a sheep one time. And then on top of it, wait, here's another thing. I'm going to get fucking weird.
That got weird.
I was watching AC/DC Behind the Music, and Bon Scott was one of the their first ever television performance. Bon Scott goes, not telling the band, he told no one. He goes, I'm going to show up in drag. I'm going to wear pigtails and a dress, and I'm going to do our fucking song. And I think the song was like, I don't know, with TNT or something like that at the time. It was like one of their very first hits. And this motherfucker is so rock and roll. He's on stage with his pigtails in drag singing TNT. I'm not going to lie to you. I was very attracted to that motherfucker watching that Behind the Music.
Did you get a little half chub?
Do I love Bon Scott? I think I did.
You got a little halfy?
I was like, I think I did. I was like, I think I kind of am in love with Bon Scott. Huh. Kind of am. Because Brian Johnson was always a poor man's Bon Scott. He was like great. Somebody had to fill the shoes so AC/DC can continue. Right. But let's face it, Bon Scott was amazing. Brian Johnson was a B+ at best.
So
at best.
I've got the numbers.
What are the numbers, Serial?
I got the numbers. So the band that has put out the most albums is, I think it's called The Fall. Mark E. Smith and the gang have released 100 albums in total, including 30 studio albums, 30 live albums, and 35 compilations, and 5 half studio, half live albums.
Kind of cheating. It kind of sounds like to me they have 30 albums.
I agree. That sounds like a ripoff.
Okay, next up is Frank Zappa.
If you have one album and you re-release it 100 times, you don't have 100 albums.
Okay, hold on.
Now there's a motherfucker. By the way, there's a motherfucker who represented rock and roll. Yeah. Frank Zappa. He was weird as fuck, but he was pure rock and roll, dude.
Okay,
Frank Zappa's a
trip. He fucking fished for sharks outside of a hotel window one time. He was shark fishing, and he caught the shark and he cut it into pieces in the hotel, ate parts of it, and left the guts all over the hotel room. Probably also had sex with 9 women that night.
And
He's
the fish.
Fucking insane.
I'm pretty sure that's
probably
what
the fish too.
Probably a couple dudes too. He probably got to the point where he just had so many women he got bored and he just started screwing dudes.
He just started giving HJs just for fun, right? He's like, fucking, why not?
OTP HJs.
So, okay, I read my list wrong.
Frank Zappa, underrated, pure rock and roll.
I read my list wrong. I started with the lowest. So the highest two. So number 2, highest, most released albums is Elvis Presley with 313 albums he put out by those same standards.
Come on, what?
That's impossible.
That doesn't.
Fuck
it
him.
sounds like he re-released 10 albums 50 times.
Who's number 1, dude?
Yeah, I agree.
So number 1.
Wait, hold on. Wait. I want to get you guys' opinion real quick at Elvis. You took History of Rock and Roll, right, Cyril?
Yes.
am I wrong in thinking that Elvis essentially stole the black man's music and became famous by stealing? Like, wasn't he a piece of shit thief?
There's a lot of people that think that.
Well, no, I mean, yes and no. So what went down is essentially he was doing cover songs, got super popular, and then never gave credit to anybody he learned the song from. So yes, he's a piece of shit, but the song existed and was not being picked up. So he did what he did, just like every other artist does today, other than he just never like gave them writer credit or anything.
But if you're going to stack up 50s rock and roll guys and call one guy the like fucking birth of rock and roll, I think it's more fair to give Chuck Berry credit than Elvis Presley. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, well, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, JC.
Even though Chuck Berry later became
number
weird.
one.
Yeah.
Number
one.
Merzbow. Merzbow is a Japanese noise artist who is making a legitimate claim to the fame with 418 albums since 1980. That's a release every month for 35 years, and these are all approximately 40 minutes long, which is 278 hours of music.
That's fucking weird.
I have a sample.
That's fucking weird.
I have a sample for when you're ready.
Yeah, play a sample. Definitely. Let's play a sample. Because I have a feeling like I could beat this guy's record, and I'm going to start a new band called JC's Shits.
I feel like this guy lives in a mental institution.
JC's Shits.
So I do have I want to ask y'all a question about a stage show or a tour that me and JC were talking about earlier this week.
Are we in hell right now?
This is this guy's music.
Yeah,
I think we're in hell.
Fuck this guy.
Or the mouth of a volcano or something.
This guy makes me angry too, JC.
It's a lie. I'm gonna start a new band called JC Eats Breakfast, and all it's gonna be is the mouth sounds. It's gonna be
do that for 4 hours.
One of those out a day.
That pissed me off.
What a piece of shit.
Hey, JC, how many albums do you think AC/DC has?
If I was going to guess, probably 32, maybe something like that. I don't know. I might guess 32.
That's high. I'm going on the over on that one.
So since we get this, I have a great.
Look it up?
I think me and JC have a great show. I think it'd be fun. To do.
What's the answer?
Well, he's looking it up.
What's the answer on the album count?
He's looking it up.
Looking it up.
Because I'm very curious about this. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I think 32 is probably a good number. I mean, that's why I still, like, to this day, I'll argue the movie Battleship's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Oh,
and it's because it's filled with AC/DC.
Yep. I've heard that argument from you before, JC.
Running slow for you?
I'm going to say 15.
Oh, you're going 15?
They have 17 studio albums.
Wow.
Holy shit. Look at that.
15.
Travis, give it up for Travis.
Yeah, damn. 15 available worldwide, 2 released only in Australia, 2 soundtrack albums, 4 live albums, 11 video albums.
So I was correct with 15 because we only got 15 over here in the States.
Right.
So
right on.
I'm fucking
Wow.
So here's the proposal.
Look at that. You were fucking dead on, bro.
Telling you.
Okay, so although a large group of AC/DC singles have been released, the band always refused to release any greatest hits type packages.
See, look at these fucking guys.
That's fucking rock and roll. That's rock and roll for sure. Metallica did the same.
Yeah, Metallica
is the greatest hits.
They've never done
Couldn't you slightly argue Garage Inc. was kind of a
because it was B-sides and
they
covers.
Were covers. Yeah, they were B-sides and covers. That's it.
No greatest hits.
But I will say this: there, in talking about like more like things I appreciated later on. There were some later on Metallica songs I really loved. Their version of Whiskey in the Jar I thought was amazing. I'll never fucking talk shit about
I like that. Turn the Page, too. I like their version of Turn the Page.
Turn the Page was fucking great. Yeah. Fuck Bob Seger's version. Yeah, their version was so much better than his.
How did Flat Earthers
releasing that kind of garbage? You got to believe in Flat Earth.
And they also did a song for...
That was a good one.
They did a song for Mission Impossible 2 that was really good.
Yeah,
but I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I Disappear. I Disappear. That's a good
great
jam.
Fucking song.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Hey,
Poo poo on them.
Hey.
That song was garbage.
Song was shit.
The band is garbage.
No,
Cereal.
I fucking won't. I won't. And that's what bothers me. I think this is what bothers me. It's like I cannot shit on when Metallica is at their peak. They are one of the fucking. It's kind of like we were talking about, like after Chester Bennington died, how Linkin Park was the only band that could really make rap rock last past like 2003.
Right.
Well, Metallica is really the only true speed / heavy metal, like from that genre. They're the only band that stands the test of time. I mean, like all the other
Slayer was
dated.
on. What
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
The
They were
late
doing
night
Raining
show,
Blood, which they always do. The fucking Slayer does Raining Blood over and over again. And it still sucks.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Slayer's
so sloppy.
fucking shit.
It's so sloppy.
So like if you look at the big four, so there was the argument, the big four, and they went on tour together. Megadeth, Metallica, Slayer, and Anthrax. But even taking those big four, there's only one band that I think 100 years from now had essentially timeless music.
they're the
and I
Britney
think that's Metallica.
Spears of their genre. They'll never go away. They're forever and ever.
I think calling Britney Spears is shitty, but I would say like the
Britney
Beatles.
Spears is going to be around forever and ever.
That's a good
they're
analogy.
the Eagles. They're the Eagles of their.
The Eagles will be around forever and ever. Yeah.
The Eagles is timeless
Whatever
music.
it is like why I get so, because you guys think maybe I hate Metallica, which isn't true. The reason I get so passionate about
You're
it
just
is because
angry.
I know when they're at their best, I know how good they are.
Right.
And so when they're at their worst, it pisses me off because I go, you're almost dishonoring and discrediting the shit that made you great.
You just miss riding the lightning.
Don't fucking sell that shit out.
You miss riding the lightning.
Mm-hmm.